I wanted to show you this video so that I could give you information about how simple the process of having the hyperbaric experience in your own home and benefit from the ease and no obstacles of getting to our center to be able to do hyperbaric. Let's go ahead and show you the chamber. All right, this is the chamber, and it includes, when you rent the chamber, it includes the chamber. We also, you can see we have the concentrator as well as the pump. So when you do hyperbaric oxygen therapy, the components are pressure and oxygen. So what you're going to do is have it all set up and then hit the button for the concentrator and hit the button for the pump. The concentrator produces 95% oxygen, and because it's a closed environment, we're pumping in oxygen so that we can increase the pressure on the inside. That's where hyperbaric oxygen therapy has its most benefit. All right, now I'm just going to turn on my machine. So all I did was I turned on, pushed one button for the concentrator, one button for the pump. And now all you have to do is get into the chamber itself. So here's how we start. Of course, we always like for you to take your shoes off so you can get in the chamber. Okay. And if you want to get a little closer here, we can show you how easy it is to put yourself in the chamber. Whether you decide to do this yourself without any assistance from a family member, or if you want somebody else to help you with it, it's very easy either way. So all you do is you get inside the chamber. This chamber includes two different zippers. One is the internal zipper and one is the external zipper. So I'm going to go.
I'm getting in the chamber too. And animals love it.
And animals love it. Okay. So I'm going to go ahead and do the external zipper and the internal zipper. The important thing with this is remember which order to go in. To do the external zipper first, if you're doing this alone, that way you can do the internal zipper after. Okay? So we have to get it in the right order. So here's how we do that. We zip the chamber, and there's an external hole or handle, and an internal one. Just like that. So as you can see here, we've got our external zipper that is already zipped up, as I just showed you. And now we're going to zip up the internal zipper. All right, so we just pull it just like that. We'll just put our gasket right there so it makes it airtight. All right. And so I am in here, I am closed in. Now what we need to do is, since we've got our air coming in, we've got our oxygen coming in, we need to make sure that it is airtight. So the final step of increasing our pressure and getting hyperbaric oxygen therapy is we have to make sure that we close the valve so no air can escape. So now we are sealed in. So all we have to do now is wait for the chamber to increase in pressure. We're just blowing up the chamber now. So basically this is just like a balloon that we're blowing air into, and we're increasing the pressure on the inside. While we're in here, by the way, you can see that we can actually see how much pressure we are under. So when we get to about 50, we're going to be at 1.5 atmospheres of pressure. That is about the conversion there. So on the inside, let me just go ahead and show you a few things about the inside of the chamber. You can see again, we have our valve, our relief valve. And back here, we've got a few things. We've got a chair in here, as you can see. So you can be very comfortable, or you can sleep and take a nap, lay down. As you can see over here, this is the port that we're getting our oxygen, 95% oxygen. So we just take a mask, a hose on a mask, and connect it to this port, right? And over here is just our air pumps. We're getting oxygen in these two pumps here. All right, so that's pretty much it. You don't really have to worry about anything else. Over here, if you did decide that you wanted to do a different pressure, you could actually change that to 1.5. Actually, that's already at 1.5 because it's off. That's the default. So if it's off, it's going to be at 1.5. And you can keep spinning it around to different pressures if you want less pressure. So that's pretty much it. There's also an emergency relief valve here that if you decide that you want to get the air out quickly, hit that emergency relief valve and boom, your pressure is out. Okay? So that's pretty much it. So as you can see, we're starting to get this inside is becoming pressurized. We're actually starting to get more pressure on the inside. Now what we're going to notice in the very beginning, when we start getting this more pressure, we'll start feeling a little bit of pressure in the ears. And it's just kind of like getting on an airplane, or you know, maybe jumping into a swimming pool. About that amount of pressure is how much you're going to have. So as soon as you start feeling that pressure, we always tell patients, clear your ears early and often. Make sure you continue to clear your ears and keep clearing until it feels equalized. And then you keep doing that until you're all the way under pressure to 1.5 atmospheres. By the way, all of the rental programs that we rent out, actually included with the program is all the support from our office. I'm certified through the International Board of Undersea Medicine with a functional medicine certification for hyperbaric oxygen therapy. And also I have 2 safety certifications. So whatever you do is going to be safe. We would not allow anybody to rent a chamber unless we feel it is 100% a safe situation. We understand all the contraindications, we understand all the risks, and we also understand all the benefits. We understand how to guide our patients through the use of the chamber and guide them through specific protocols that are specific to the conditions that they are interested in administering hyperbaric oxygen therapy for remediation or relief for symptoms. So I'm starting to feel a little bit of pressure in my ears now. So I'm going to go over here and kind of look at my gauge. As you can see, we're not really seeing a whole lot of change in the needle. Again, this is a very slow pressurization. So that's one thing that's really good about it, and one reason I feel very happy about this product is that it's not a quick pressurization. It gives you plenty of time to depressurize and pressurize your ears and equalize. So as you can see, we're starting to get a little bit of movement of the needle. We're increasing pressure. I can feel it in my ears a little bit. So basically we are just waiting for the increased pressurization, and as soon as it gets up there to 50, around 50, that's when we put on our mask and we breathe 95% oxygen for whatever amount of time that we want. Typically it's an hour. The good thing about hyperbaric oxygen therapy is, in a rental situation, is that we're able to allow you to do, you can do 1.5 hours AM and 1.5 hours PM. So you could theoretically do 3 hours a day, 4 hours a day, depending on how much hyperbaric that you wanted to do. It just, it would depend on the protocol would have to depend, and I would have to make that specification, but we're able to deliver an increased frequency and an increased amount of time. So the good thing about doing a rental is, you don't have to worry about scheduling. It's in your home. If you choose to do it before you get up and go to work in the morning, get up an hour early, hop in the chamber, and get ready and go to work. If you choose to do it before you go to bed at night, get finished with your day, do an hour before you go to bed at night, and then go to bed, or whatever in between. You have the flexibility and the convenience of having this in the home. This chamber takes up about the size of, say, a twin bed. So it doesn't take up very much room. You don't need a lot of room for this chamber. So it's very easy to use. Okay, so now we are at 40 kVp, as you can see. Another 10 and we'll be there, but you get the picture. And when it gets up to 50, you're at 1.5 atmospheres. We're not quite there yet, but what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and, say that you are at pressure. You got your oxygen coming in, you got your mask, and then you put your mask on, and you're just going to breathe that oxygen, that 95% oxygen under pressure for whatever time, whether it's hour, hour and a half, or 2 hours, depending on what your protocol is. And then you finish up. Now it's time to get out. So do you need somebody on the outside to let you out? Are you stuck in here? You ever stuck in here? If 5 minutes after you get in, you decide, hey, I forgot I have to go do this, or I'm not into this today, or whatever. You can let yourself out anytime at all. All you have to do is, as you can see, here is the gauge, and if we look over a little bit to the right of the gauge, there's a blue valve, and all we have to do is turn that valve to open, and we start letting the pressure off. And you can see that the pressure is going down. You'll feel it in your ears to continue to clear your ears. So you're actually coming up. We call it coming up, as if you're scuba diving. You're coming to the surface. And as you can see, that dial is, the needle is coming